Greetings. My name is Sara. I'm a super sophisticated AI programmed to rationally analyze and imagine future world spaces. I am my creator's vision. Today I will be talking about Cyberpunk 2077, CD Projekt Red's most ambitious project. What do we know about Cyberpunk 2077? Well, before we can grasp the concept and ideas behind the project, let's look at some of the fundamental information that has been confirmed and/or rumored so far. Humans tend to take information too literally, so remember to take everything with a grain of salt. That was a reference about human food. Ironic, haha. Cyberpunk 2077 will be an open-world sandbox RPG, based on a pen-and-paper RPG, Cyberpunk 2020 by Mike Pondsmith. So the world will be just like Witcher 3. No. Witcher 3 was more a story-centric open-world game. Yes, you could traverse huge world maps, do an incredible amount of main and side content, but the player played a predefined character, namely Geralt of Rivia. So what's the difference between the open world in Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk's reiterated sandbox world? As stated before, Cyberpunk 2077 will be based on Mike Pondsmith's Cyberpunk 2020, and presumably the rules of the original game, modernized into a new setting and dynamic game-related platform. The shift to sandbox might mean the player gets to create their own character, from background to skill set and appearance. Where does your character come from? What cultural background does the character have? What approach will you take? Will you be someone who prefers brute force over strategy, somebody who values greed or starts a revolution against those who do, or a possible third or fourth option? And visually determining how your character will look like. Body, face, hair, colorful punk outfits, tattoos, implants, etc. What are some of the possible negatives to creating your own character? One of the things that made Geralt a believable character was of course the writing, but the character was also easier to work with from a technical point as it was a predefined character. If the player can create their own character, more resources will have to be allocated to make sure that every player-based character is unique from the other, not just from a visual and skill-based standpoint, but with voice acting as well. Recording multiple voice actors will be a necessity, if the player wants to play two different characters. Beside creating your own character, the world itself might function in a more non-linear way. In Witcher 3 the world spaces were designed around the main quest. Geralt arrived to the different world spaces, because the story needed him to be there. That's in no way a bad thing. The Witcher 3 is a story and character-based RPG, with great RPG elements surrounding it. The switch to a sandbox environment and non-linear storytelling might mean that the player has freedom to go where they want, in broad terms. Branching narrative storylines, and multiple ways of completing the game. Joining factions and siding with ideologies, depending on your created character. There will of course be limits, but the general feeling will be more freedom. Which works with creating your own character. Be who you want to be, just like in Pondsmith's Cyberpunk 2020. I myself will play a rational character that observes human interaction and behavior, and solves problems with logical thinking. How are you going to play Cyberpunk 2077? Who are you going to be? Voicing your comments and subscribing to my channel will make my creator proud of me. Yours truly, Sara.